Flying isn't what it used to be, and the changes are happening faster than ever. Whether you're a frequent traveler or planning your next big vacation, there are new airline rules you must know before you step on that plane. In today's video, I'll walk you through 8 major airline policy changes that are affecting ticket prices, baggage rules, in-flight safety, and even where you're allowed to sit. Some of these updates might surprise you. And honestly, a few might even make you a little angry. Let's break them down one by one so you can be fully prepared for your next trip. This first change is frustrating, especially for those who usually fly alone. Delta Airlines quietly introduced a new pricing tactic. They're charging solo travelers more than those who book as a pair or group on certain routes. Here's what's happening. If you book a flight for just yourself, it might cost significantly more than if you book for 2 passengers on the same flight. For example, a one-way flight from Atlanta to Los Angeles showed a $90 difference per person, $249 for a solo traveler versus $159 each when booking for 2. This isn't a bulk discount. The price doesn't go down when you add 3 or more passengers. The difference seems specifically designed to charge solo flyers more, and it's mentioned in Delta's fare rules for certain low-cost tickets. Although the backlash forced Delta to remove this pricing on some domestic routes, it looks like this model was designed to target solo business travelers who are less sensitive to price than families or couples. But not all solo travelers are on business trips. Many are just regular passengers like you and me. Next up is a major update from United Airlines. Starting June 3, 2025, United now requires all passengers on domestic flights to check in at least 45 minutes before departure. This check-in deadline is strict. If you show up at the airport to check in even 1 minute after that, United won't issue your boarding pass. Airline agents can't override this in the system, no matter the reason. The good news is that online check-in opens 24 hours before your flight, so you can check in from your phone or computer well in advance. Just don't wait until the last minute if you're checking in at the airport, because now you risk being denied boarding. Southwest Airlines, long known for its bags fly free and open seating, is shifting its policies. First, for flights booked on or after May 28, 2025, checked bags are no longer free. The first checked bag will now cost $35, and the second will cost $45. Some Chase credit card holders may still get 1 bag free, but for everyone else, the perk is gone. Second, Southwest flight credits or travel vouchers will now expire. Credits issued after May 28, 2025 will only be valid for 6 months to 1 year, depending on your ticket type. Before this change, Southwest credits never expired. Finally, by 2026, Southwest is getting rid of open seating. Instead, they'll switch to assigned seating and offer upgrades for extra legroom or preferred seats. Essentially, they're becoming more like the other major airlines. Following a battery fire incident on a flight in South Korea, several airlines, including U.S. carriers, are tightening rules on power banks. Some airlines in Asia have banned using power banks during flight, while others require them to be stored under your seat and not in the overhead bin. Southwest Airlines is one of the first in the U.S. to update its policy. Starting May 2025, you are no longer allowed to use your power bank if it's in the overhead bin. It must be placed in your personal item where it's visible and easily accessible in case of an emergency. Power banks should never go in checked baggage. Always use a trusted brand, like Anchor, and avoid cheap knockoffs. And before you fly, check the airline's website for the latest power bank rules. Travelers coming to the U.S. or returning home now have fewer flight options. Airlines like Lufthansa, British Airways, Air France, WestJet, and Air Canada are cutting U.S. routes and focusing on destinations like Mexico, Brazil, and the Caribbean. Why? Bookings to the U.S. from Canada and Europe are way down. Flights from Europe are down 10%, and from Canada, they've dropped by 33%. Fewer travelers mean fewer flights. For international travelers and Americans abroad, this means fewer choices, higher ticket prices, and more challenges getting home. Now for some good news, United Airlines and JetBlue have announced a partnership that will benefit travelers. Starting this fall, you'll be able to book flights on either airline using either website. You can also earn and redeem loyalty points across both airlines and enjoy elite benefits like priority boarding and free bags, no matter which one you fly. This also means more flight options and more ways to use your points. United is getting access to JetBlue's slots at JFK in 2027, while JetBlue gets some slots at Newark. It's a win-win that gives passengers more flexibility and rewards. If you're planning to visit the UK in 2025, there's a new step you can't skip. As of January 8th, 2025, US and Canadian travelers and others from visa-free countries must apply for an ETA before flying to the United Kingdom. This application costs around $18, is valid for 2 years, and usually gets approved within a few days. Airlines may ask for proof of your ETA before you board, since they're responsible for flying you home if you're denied entry. You can apply via the official UK government website or app, and you'll need to provide basic personal info and a photo. Note, this is different from the EU's ETS system, which is delayed until late 2026, so no need to worry about that just yet. If you're flying into Turkey, pay attention to this new rule. Authorities in Turkey have started fining passengers who stand up before the seatbelt sign turns off after landing. This applies to all flights entering the country, and flight attendants are now required to report violations. The fines can range from several hundred to thousands of dollars. So even if the plane is sitting on the runway for a while, stay seated until that seatbelt light goes off. It's not worth the risk. One of the best ways to stay connected while traveling is with an eSIM. Unlike a physical SIM card, an eSIM is digital and works as soon as your flight lands. No need to search for Wi-Fi or worry about international data charges. Air travel is changing, and fast. Some updates are helpful, others not so much. But the more you know, the better you can plan. Don't forget to subscribe for more smart travel tips every week. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.